Pretty girl.
Yeah, you do have a natural beauty to yourself.
Not Kevin. Just Kevin and Judge. What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is where
Stepping into the wrong convo.
this is where I go shower.
About Kevin's teenage.
I feel like we do have a pretty cast.
Changing time.
It's almost shitty.
Change.
Suiting
The
up.
other cast, there was like one or
Not
two.
boys.
Yeah, and here it's like everyone's
Suit up.
Oh yeah.
Like actually, like a suit.
So I'm gonna be straight up with you, Jesse.
I can't wait.
I'm going to when I'm done this.
Yeah, you still have another 8 people to go around to, and people that do want to do one-on-one.
They usually
But
do
for
what,
my
right?
game move, and I feel like I have relationships made outside this room that I don't want to go back on. People that ain't voting towards you. And in the competition, just game-wise, being your bros,
Hey, I appreciate it,
I'd
man.
sooner go up against Liv, and I don't want to keep lingering this on and on kind of thing. Just completely game strategy. And like I said, you still have another 8 people to go to.
Sure.
In high school.
So people, if they want to, and I said, I'm not going
No hard feelings, man.
And yeah, and fucking just strictly, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I
I'm
didn't.
going up against
Well,
Liv and fucking
there was a lot
whatever.
of people that
Right.
rated.
I know I can
Yeah.
beat Liv
Yeah, well,
on
on my rugby
too.
team in Ottawa,
Right.
there's only maybe like
But who
3,
goes
so they
home
get
if
so
it's you and
annoyed
Liv
because
on
it's
the
like they're
block?
trying to get
You-
ready.
Yeah, I know.
Like whatever.
If it's
So
you and me
I
on
just
the block,
assumed because
I
you were so good. I'm like, fuck.
Ten times
But I
over.
know
No.
summer camp.
But yeah, no, I appreciate
Yeah.
it. That makes
I just-
total sense to me, man.
Yeah, because
And
all the
it's
kids
the-
always
it's
want
not
their
over
hair
the
done.
fat lady
Yeah.
scene,
And there was a bunch
right?
of people that
No,
could
fair
fit
enough.
in.
And it looks so
like-
cute.
That's
as a
good.
kid,
It's gonna
too.
help
Yeah,
me
I'll
get
fix
a
the
good
little flyaways
idea.
once I do.
But I
like,
said,
the-
and yeah, and if people's minds do change the next hour, and like, you know what I mean, my mom do go somewhere else, I'll let you know.
Cool.
But I said, I can't keep on doing this to someone, like,
No, I appreciate that. It's been a rough couple days, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
being a guy in my
fucking
spot,
me,
so I
man, like,
appreciate it.
you're a
man.
great fucking guy,
Yeah,
fucking,
literally.
you know what I mean?
Thanks. Yeah, it'll be no hard feelings either way. If I stay in, I won't be like, fuck Will. You know, that's not how it is.
Yeah.
I understand your spot, so don't
And
worry
if there
about
was
it.
a battleback man or anything like that, I'd love for you to fuck.
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
get
yeah.
in there and dominate or
worries.
whatever like that. But like I said, you still have so many people to go around and talk to.
No, I appreciate that.
I just said
No,
to
that
everyone
helps.
in there, I said, man, listen, I said, I'm not going to go around fucking kind of bullshit or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I said, it's
No,
getting
for
down
sure.
to 2 hours, whatever, before now.
Yeah, and if it's getting down to the last hour and it's done, like I'm not gonna fucking try
No,
anymore. That'll
and
give me an hour
Go
to
around.
fucking hang out, right? So I
Exactly.
totally get it.
And
I
another thing,
appreciate it.
and I said, yeah, I said, I'm going to be straight up with you and fucking like, man, it feels like I've a closer relationship than with you than Liv or whatever like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
like that. But just like looking at it as a game perspective and later on in the game,
Sure.
it might come back to bite me in the ass kind of thing.
Maybe.
Right?
But yeah, I really
maybe-
do like. Just my one last, you're never a target, man, never. And I would go home 10 times out of 10 over you, but I totally get it. I really appreciate it, man. So,
And like I said, like
I'll
fucking, I'm just gonna
do
go out
some
and put my
talks.
shirt on now, and I don't know if anyone else, but go around, talk to everyone.
yeah,
fucking,
no,
like,
for sure. That's really all I can do at this point.
we owe you that, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, I appreciate it, man, for sure. Yeah, cool.
Whoever, but no fucking hard feelings, man.
Hey,
It feels like
it's all
such.
good, man. It's a game. That's what we signed up for, right? So,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh fuck yeah. Great.
Okay. Just, 1 sec, Maddie. I'm coming. Do you guys feel the same way? Okay, cool.
100%, that's facts.
Who wonder?
No
Oh,
problem.
let's see.
I think it's
Girl,
Lindsay's boy,
that's
man.
amazing.
It's the wrong move.
You have to
I'm
corset
on your team,
yourself
guys.
into that thing?
Andy knows
Oh.
this. Okay, no worries. That's how she goes.
If I'll keep trying, but
No, that's all good, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Kayla and I have also just kind of said like, let's see what happens in veto before we start fucking
Yeah, that's what
mouthing off about either one of them, because you just never know at this point in time. Like,
Yeah.
say something to the wrong person and then someone says this and that. You know how
Yeah.
everything gets twisted right now, right? So we're kind of like, you know what, we'll see what happens in veto, because maybe
Yeah.
there could be a. So
I think see one of them when they take herself down raw and get put up then easy. Right?
I think everyone would be on board.
Easy.
I think the whole house would be on board.
Fucking right.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, like, Hams is definitely obviously on Marin's side.
Yeah, 100%. And they kind of like don't scare me at all now, but or whatever.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
So yeah, because there's all different stuff to look at, right?
No, you brought up some really good points
Yeah,
about
if she
keeping
stays,
the.
the two of these girls are going to be after her kind of thing.
Yeah,
And then she's probably going to be shittier in competitions.
for sure.
And if Miriam stays, and if one of us or whoever gets put up on black and side,
Ham's also keep.
Ham's going to vote him.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right,
Whether
and he has,
he-
and he also has like the best chances to win HOH.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, like
And then he's probably going to want to take Miriam in with us eventually.
yeah,
And I don't know about that, man. Fucking 5 is good. You know what I mean?
we don't want to get too big.
No.
No.
Definitely not.
No, that's what Kayla and I talked about too.
Yeah.
And even when we talked in the room originally,
Yeah.
I was like,
And maybe targeting Rebecca, like, he's a nice fella, like, but he's going to be a good floater that's going to float right through this game, like we were saying yesterday, 4
Yeah.
on 5 or something.
yeah,
Better her. Once one of these girls wins, she's going right back up, right?
totally.
Outside of Ryan.
Outside of Ryan, yeah. No, you're right. Because then, like, because if we keep tight 5 too, then you don't have to tell anyone, but at least because then we have 5 votes. But let's say like maybe you can convince Johnny for a vote,
100%.
or fucking he can convince Marin for a vote. So as
Yeah.
long as you have that 5, then you can like grab an extra from somewhere else.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring. You don't have to.
And if
bring
Maddie
it in.
stays, that's not a bad vote in our direction.
Yeah.
100%. Man.
Exactly.
And Mayor, like, if he stays in Hams, like, Hams is going to do what Hams is going to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I know is good or bad sometimes, but
Yeah. Yeah.
who knows? We got to see after the veto and then
Yeah.
go from there.
See what happens with the veto, and then see what happens with like that'll be a whole nother question. Like with a like very good chance of double eviction,
Next week
or this week.
or this Thursday?
Yeah.
Or this Thursday,
That's
yeah.
what people are saying, like, oh, this Thursday. Because they said, like, the way the math works, I don't really understand it, but you have 2 finalists.
And that's
And
another
then-
thing, if fucking Maddie stays, well, she can play in the HOH. Oh, yes, she can.
Yeah, she
If
can.
Maddie stays, she'd be easier because it's going to be a physical competition,
Yeah.
more likely. There'd be another one that you'd easily be able to beat more than Mirror, say. Yeah.
For sure.
And the double guaranteed Mirror will do mostly what Hams tells him to do.
Exactly. Oh, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
to think about anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. For, like, Kayla and I still are, like, pretty sure that Ryan wants us out, so we're still, like,
Oh, he
worried
do.
about him, yeah. Yeah, that's...
If I wins, I'm fucking putting him up right
Yeah.
there. I hope that one of them takes herself down so he get fucking.
I know.
If I think Kara could put him up, would she?
I think she probably would.
I think he'd be next fella.
She'd have to pick someone, and it's whoever... Erica's the kind of girl that, like, if everyone goes and says Ryan, she'll put Ryan up.
Yeah, yeah.
If everyone goes and says whoever, she'll put, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly. She don't want to
She
get
doesn't want to get too...
hand messy. Kind of
Yeah.
thing. But fucking, yeah, keep Maddie. I think it would be better for all of our game in the long run.
Yeah.
For them couple of points, man. And then, like I said, if you do need the extra vote or whatever like that.
Yeah, if you think you got it with her. Because I honestly, like, don't really have much of a relationship with either of them.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
Doesn't mean
I don't really...
one with.
I haven't talked game with either of them.
Yeah.
So I've never really...
Yeah,
I don't have... for me, I'm just on the fence in the middle.
yeah.
So...
But fucking, oh yeah.
whatever I think is going to end up helping me and us further
Yeah.
is where I'll go.
Because Paris and Maddie, like, they'll fucking. It's not hard to, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're nervous now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they think that these girls are coming after him, kind of thing.
Who?
Ellie and Liv.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Not as much Paris, but Maddie definitely do.
Yeah, Maddie and Liv are definitely...
Yeah. It's obvious, right?
Yeah. Sweet. That's all right.
See what happens after the veto on that
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Best case scenario, Maddie wins and pulls herself off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I can't wait to see how everyone goes.
That's what I said to
for-
everyone too. I'm like, fuck, no one's even used a video.
No.
Yeah, like let's,
No.
you know, it'll be fun to see something happen, like
It
someone
will,
win
man.
and like shake it up and
Yeah.
like put this person up. and
Yeah.
It'd be fun. Be fun to watch.
Get fucking right, set the fuck up. I don't think Ali or anyone would use the veto though. Ali or Liv.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see them wanting to draw blood again this early because everyone's still like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's still like this little bit of tension and stuff too, right? We had this whole Red Room shake-up and everything too with, you know, them talking about me and Kayla,
Yeah,
me
exactly,
and Kayla
right.
talking about them.
And you're literally fucking.
So now it's just like, you know, you got to try and
Go with it. Kind of.
yeah to the best you can, but it's not like we trust them. You know.
Yeah.
It's something that kind of when you lose it once, it's
You
kinda
do,
gone,
and that's
right?
it, right?
Yeah.
That's
so-
it. V, I don't even know where her head is at.
No.
No, because her and buddy Miriam came in together.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm asking her to clean her fucking plate up after sink though. Just fucking 2 hours. Just
The
leave-
eggs and shit there?
Yeah, I was
She's
gonna-
actually bad for that. People are
I
starting to get
know,
pissed.
man.
Because I was sitting there too, and I was just putting the dishes in the dishwasher that were in the sink. And Maddie was like, "Oh, whose is this?" I'm like, "I don't know." V said she was gonna finish it, so I just left it.
Yeah, I was gonna clean up, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna see how long it takes for clean up. I must see if it's still there, and I have a look out.
I might as well fucking get a coffee, wake my ass up for a bit.
Because it feels okay. And Johnny.
And Derek and Kayla.
Derek and Kayla too, but they don't react well to pitches and stuff. So I need to make sure that I just stay on their good side. I feel like they like me. I feel like they see themselves working with me, especially Kayla. Derek and I only have so much to relate about. but
Definitely
we
try
get
out to
along.
people, be like, listen, like.
No, I have no intentions of.
No, but say,
Yeah.
I have the target on my back against people,
Yeah,
and Mary's just a pan. So wouldn't
Yeah.
you want if you were in a position? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. No, I definitely won't hold back in this competition at all. Even if it is the same sort of thing, like breaking ice, like there's like not that it won't be breaking ice again.
In it too, like,
Pardon me?
you gotta finish, like, if you don't finish first, you gotta finish, like, in first,
I gotta
second, and
finish.
third kind of thing.
Yeah,
Because that do make the difference. Like,
I
people,
agree.
like-
and I'm not gonna lose my cool all day. I'm not gonna be nervous. I'm not gonna anything. It's just black and white. I'm on the block. I'm the target, so I have to win. The end.
I can't wait to see what kind of competition it is.
Yeah, I'm excited that you're hosting. You'll be in the thick of it with us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, come on.
Yeah. If it's tough and you feel like I'm like, you know, looking like the gas is out of tank, just yell like, I don't know, why did you come here? Shit like that.
Let's
I don't think-
fucking go.
I think that'll give away your position at all. But if I look like shit, the only thing I'm going to need to hear is a reminder of why I came.
Oh, I'll be there cheering from the sidelines.
Good.
Man, do your nose get like really fucking weird in here?
My nose?
Like, you're fucking, as gross as it sounds, like your boogers and shit like bloody.
No, my sinuses are blocked.
Yeah.
So you don't really get even any of that. It's more like it feels like hard in here, like
Yeah.
in this area of my face. But my sinuses in life are never really good anyway. They're all over the place. So I figure that's just what it is in this house. Oh, I want to win, Will. I really
got
want to
to.
fucking win.
Did Erica say she's going hard for it?
Erica said that she is open to how this week is going to go no matter what. So I think that that implies that she's going to go for it for sure, especially if there's a prize. But I don't think for sure she has her mindset that I'm going the fuck home. I think that she'd be happy if I did. It would be a good moment for her. But I did remind her that 3 of 4 weeks she's been safe. So to keep playing it safe after being safe is not a good move for her. And I didn't put it as like direct as that. But we had a good conversation after the noms yesterday, then after like pre-veto today.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel more comfortable, but I feel like the fact that we can have conversations that are like that is a good thing.
Oh, for sure.
And she did say that, like, speaking to me gave her perspectives that she literally didn't have before. And she's like, I have no reason to tell you that because you're on the block. I'm telling you that because it's true.
She's actually like a nice, solid person.
She is. And I definitely have no hard feelings on her right now. At all. I don't even think if I was to say I would go after her. I don't know who I'd go after. But I think that I could work with her in the future if I had to.
Yeah, you definitely gotta get some votes. Like,
Yeah. Are you hearing that it doesn't look good?
I never honestly heard one thing
Okay.
yet.
Yet. How does V feel?
And I have been having to be. I'm gonna talk to her soon about it and see where her head's at.
Okay, sounds good. I'd like to know because I'm not sure with her. That'll be a big difference in how this week goes.
I
is
just
whether
throw
or
all
not-
this in the garbage.
Yeah,
all
throw the
that
lashes
still.
out. Just say fuck it if they left it on there for long enough. I hope nobody gets pissed at me for saying that, but
We never saw him.
we never saw. But knowing how V sits on this and the truth, even if it's bad news, I want to hear it.
He pairs his earplugs even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to prepare.
I am.
Like Jesse waited way too long, even though he had a good campaign and then.
Yeah,
But you got to campaign your ass off.
I know. It's better for Ryan's game if I stay too.
Yeah, you got to explain it to him.
Marin's just going to be what Ham says Marin is. And that's not a bad thing for some people, but it's also not ideal.
Marin's a bigger threat to me in the end. Like, well, I'll see after a day in the competition kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, you know I'd never put you on the block.
And I told you from day one, I gonna try to do whatever I can to get you to stay.
I feel the same way about you. If roles were reversed, it would be the exact same shit.
And I'll talk to Derek and Kayla like when the time is right kind of thing.
I think that would be really awesome if you did that. You're going to have more sway over them than I will.
I was thinking about it. Me, Paris, definitely, and Veronica, I should be able to convince her.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Yeah.
Derek and Kayla's all we need.
It's true.
Because I don't think you're going to get Ellie and Liv, honestly.
We'll see.
You might, but I don't think.
We'll see. They don't have much in this game.
No, they don't.
So for me to own them is good for them too.
And the thing is, I think I might be able to get Veronica, Kayla, and Derek.
I think so too.
If I can get Veronica.
And I think that my job is going to be to maintain a good relationship with Kayla and Derek and not bullshit them at all and not make promises I can't keep. But I
Yeah.
think that we have the same sort of objectives. And I also think that my objective this week is Allie and Liv. It's going to be an uphill battle, but it's going to
Yeah.
take the most work. And I don't want to pull a Jessie on them last minute. I've already been doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And
I'll
I
try
asked,
to work my magic again this year.
Good. But I talked to Allie before the picks, and I explained to her, like, you know, voting to keep Liv was voting to keep Liv regardless of if we were going to be in or out. I'm talking about you. I said I'm talking about you.
My ears are burning.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is Kayla's clip that she was looking for. I don't know who had it.
Oh, good.
Jerome is a pigsty.
No, I was saying that, like, before. I'm glad that I talked to you before, like, player pick, to be like, I hope that I can kind of, not an olive branch, because olive branch implies other shit, but I'm excited that you got picked, and I hope that this week is good for everybody. And I hope that we can still keep making moves in the right direction, kind of thing.
I feel you.
Small
Says the
moves.
person on the block.
I make sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Here.
I bet you statistically, with my luck, there will be no cash prize.
That's good for me.
Yeah.
Super good, both short and long term.
Yeah.
And I really do believe that.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way before veto even happened.
Just talk about it because
Yeah.
it's like,
I'm excited for veto even happens.
No, yeah,
because,
yeah. Like I feel good with you.
Okay, good.
And like I've never talked to you with Aaron ever. Like we hang out.
And
stuff
that was the thing.
sometimes.
Like, I know that you guys are close, like, as buddies and all that stuff.
Yeah, but he's never talked game with me once. He's never asked where my head is at. Like absolutely nothing. Like I've actually talked game with you and stuff.
Yeah.
I would just want to ensure that like, because I know the whole like Jesse situation too. Like, and then Liv. Like
Yeah.
Liv was like your number one to like get out.
Yeah.
But like you.
But now I can't because well, I can eventually. But right now, my move to say, like, okay, like, to put faith in what you said and keep you, because even voting,
Yeah, I just like if I was on the block against Liv and you were against Liv,
I would
like
keep
would
you.
you would keep
I would
me.
keep you.
Yeah.
And I think that she would probably know that too.
Yeah.
Especially because this week, if the noms do stay the same, I am going to have to make sure that I make connections along the house.
Yeah,
But
with
we have
people.
been
Yeah.
talking game, I think, longer than pretty much most of the people in the house, for sure.
Yeah.
You were one
Yeah.
of the first
I just
people I
wanted-
ever communicated with in a game context.
Yeah.
So I hope that is, like, worth to you what it is to me, but I think it is. I think that us having this
No, I
conversation
feel really
makes
good
sense.
with you, and
Okay.
it's just that insurance that like,
Yeah.
if people were trying to go against people, I just want to keep the people with me that would stick with me and not just flip to make the
Exactly.
house happy.
Exactly. And that was the tricky part about last week. It's
Because like I know Jesse didn't talk game with a lot of people, and like he didn't really try to fight. Or he was like in trouble.
and I don't want it to seem like that's what I'm doing.
What? Mine's literally just over the bait railing trying to figure out like what we're talking about. So I was
I think
literally
you
like,
can
what?
probably figure it out.
Yeah, I know.
I think that for Jesse especially, it was a lot of, like, hustle to get to a level with people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas right now I feel like just making sure that we maintain a level, which is what you did to me on the couch the other week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just want to make sure I do that too, because you did that without like
being like prompted to.
and it was
like,
prior to an HOH competition. Like it was as we knew Andrew was gonna be evicted, you know? Yeah. We don't even know.
He's waiting out there, like where he can hear us, but
Yeah.
oh my god, it drives me nuts. So he's like my number one.
I'm gonna have to be very civil with him because it could very well be a flip vote.
100%. Yeah.
Like a 6-4 situation. So that is a person that I'm going to have to make sure I'm on the good side with. In his game context, it actually is good for me to stay.
Yeah.
And I think that he will eventually see that.
Oh, that sounds like the house guest voice.
Yeah.
So I know that if it looks this week like I'm playing the field more than I am, I wanted to get to you beforehand just to reinforce that, like, that's...
Yeah, of course. And then just remember, like, Derek and I are separate players. So I would go...
Exactly.
I just don't want, like last week, Jesse treated us like we were one person.
Yeah.
He didn't talk to me once at all, and that was part of the reason why I didn't want to keep up.
Yeah, I understand.
So...
I think we have
Yeah.
talked about that even as you guys were kind of, like, blossoming. Like, it's fun and it's exciting that you guys are, like, having a connection like that, but as your own person... I don't consider you guys like
Okay, perfect.
actual
And
like
that's just
together,
what I
but
wanna, like, ever.
Yes, but just in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
yeah, enough of that. Just,
Good friendship with Maddie, but
Yeah.
a lot of people see us together. So Derek, if you want to make an effort with Maddie, that's just
Yeah.
better.
yeah, it is.
Because like she would have
And
two
I was-
people, and then we would have her, and like she would like us.
But you guys are still two separate relationships for me.
No, 100%, and
Yeah.
that's the way I want to be seen in
Yeah.
this game. I don't want to be seen as like,
Yeah.
obviously people pair us together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like when it comes down to it, like I speak for myself.
I understand that.
And not
yeah.
another person. And I could even prove like Derek voted for Jesse and I didn't. Like it's just the way I feel.
And especially, even if I hadn't witnessed that whole scenario happen right behind you, I would believe you when you said you didn't. Because I knew where you stood before the vote.
And the
knew you'd follow
reason,
through.
mainly because Jesse treated us like we were two people,
Yeah.
like as one,
Yeah.
and that's how I never wanted to be seen by someone.
The end of
In
it
this
for
house.
me was twofold. It was take a chance on a potential like longevity extender, which is the olive branch from Liv. I had to take it, and if I had been HOH this week, I could not have put her up because
Yeah.
my biggest fear is to be a liar. in
Yeah,
this game.
exactly, 100%.
And that would have been what it had to be. And even though I was a little bit bitter a couple times last week, it wasn't about that. It was if I choose to vote this way, regardless of if it is with the side of the house, it's because I have to respect those conversations and I
Yeah.
have to like bury the hatchet. So that's
yeah,
what I
of
plan to
course.
do. So of
Yeah.
course, for you guys, that could seem like, oh, never mind, she's not going to be on our side anymore. It's not the case at all. When it comes down to it, I had relationships with you guys longer, game talk with you guys for longer, and that's what sticks out in my mind as
Yeah.
a trust situation.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's like a mutual thing. And it's
No,
not just
for
like,
sure.
Okay,
For sure.
perfect.
And so that's like another thing that I feel like is important to say before all of this shit goes down.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't know what happened with the veto.
Exactly.
Or whatever's
And
gonna happen.
even with Erica, like part of the reason why I'm on the block is because social wise everything's all fine, but game wise we were late to be in these conversations. And both of us have acknowledged that it was a 50-50 contribution. She and I just both didn't have the effort towards each other, and of course it's more sensible for her to do this, what she's doing now, and I respect it, and I feel like it's more of a challenge than a line in the sand. And we've had
And I feel
conversations
like
about
we've
that already.
On week one, talking about game stuff, and like
Yeah.
we seem to be on the same page with like the kind of people that like we'd like to play with and
Yeah.
like to trust and stuff. So like that's why I felt really good with you.
Good, that's awesome. Okay, I'm glad that all of that is reinforced. And I told Erica today, like, this doesn't make it Maddie versus Erica in any way. That is
No.
not how I feel about it. I want to work with people that I think I understand, that I can trust. Like you said, number one, like trusting.
Trust is the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's almost just like, yeah, I want to keep you, but it's
Yeah.
like, do you want to keep me too?
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So I'm very much like anxious about how this week could go, but I think that it could be a pretty clarifying week if things go in a favorable way.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Yeah, because at some point, like people are gonna have to start picking sides.
I agree.
And like I want to keep people that want to be on my side.
Yeah,
'Cause,
definitely.
Like, and it's people I want to be on their side too.
Definitely.
So like if it came down to it, like if there was someone that like was on, like Jesse wasn't on my side, I don't know, he was on Derek's side.
I didn't like
which
that he
is
told me what to do, and I think you feel the same way, that he assumed that you would do
He
what.
didn't talk to me at all. The only
Exactly.
game
Yeah.
conversation I ever took part in all last week was when I was in that room and I wasn't even in it. I was
You had to
knocking on the
walk
door
in.
because I forgot my shoes and then walked into weekend conversation.
Yeah.
And then the first thing you said was, "Oh, we'll catch Caleb later."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was not part of that conversation.
No.
I didn't even say one word in that whole entire room.
Yeah.
The whole time. I put lotion on, sat down. I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. I don't.
And I don't like that because people just assume that I'm going to do whatever Derek does. And that's the thing that I don't like. And that's the reason why I didn't care to vote him
Yeah.
to keep him.
I
Because
like
he
that.
didn't care to include me in anything.
And I didn't appreciate the way he would tell me my situation, or he would tell me how I should vote, or he should tell me how people felt about it.
Yeah.
I'm nervous this week that that might be something that people find threatening, that can't be told what to do.
Yeah.
I make decisions based on my game relationships with the people in this house, and I will make my choices according to those relationships.
Yeah.
And that's that. I feel nervous being up against somebody like Marin, who basically is, you know, a costume for a certain different person to wear to be told what to do.
He
Not
has
to
a lot of
discredit
strong
him.
allies right now.
Exactly.
So, like,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what makes me nervous about this week.
And that's why, like, I like to ensure, like, the relationships that I've already built are strong, and that,
Yeah.
like, if I was up against someone strong that had strong people,
Yeah.
that my people would still be on my side.
Yeah, and I do feel like I do have some strong people. I feel that Marin also has some strong people behind him, and I feel the same way.
Okay.
So should the noms say the same, which they're absolutely not set in stone right now, there's still a whole
There's
competition
still a
in the
whole
way.
movie.
100%. I really want to pre-solidify like just some of these relationships that I do feel the strongest about.
Yeah, I don't think, like, because Jesse didn't really start talking game with everyone until the POV wasn't used,
Yeah.
and it was literally his back was up against a wall.
Yeah.
And then he started talking to people, so it was almost like
Yeah.
really, it was almost like too late at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And that
that's
is
why,
one thing
like-
that I appreciated with Liv last week. Is she took me aside pre-POV and said, "Look, I know like how our relationship is in this house. I know like whatever's been said has been said. Let me have the week go by and make your decision as the week goes." And I thought, okay, that is fine. As much as I did have mixed emotions about it, but like that is what. Like she didn't tell me how to feel about it, and it doesn't mean that I have now a strong, crazy, like reliable relationship with her. It means that she made a game move that I respected more than what Jesse did.
Yeah, exactly.
So with you guys, pre any of this shitstorm, like even if you were on the block in my position right now, those are the relationships that have longevity to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But right now, this week, I'm in a potential position to have votes on my side, but I just wanted the people that I do feel like my core, like people that I don't want to lose in this game for my own benefit, and I don't want to be lost from. I want to like make sure we're on the same page. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
for
we
sure.
had a chance to have this conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you wanted to chat about it.
And I hope that, and then Will is being so cute. He's like, "I want to talk to Derek." I'm like, on behalf of you, and I was like, "You can," but like, I would also like to like by my like make sure that Derek understands that for me, like it's a lot of heart, and I appreciate the shit out of it. But like, it is my game to play.
No, I think we both appreciate, like, when people talk to us separate, even
Yeah.
though, like, they're trying to tell us both the same thing,
No.
and they talk to us separately, it makes us, like, feel like we're, like, actual players, and that you guys can work
100%.
together, and, like, that's how I want to be seen. I don't really know
Yeah.
how he wants to be seen,
Yeah.
but, like,
And I know that, which is why like we even talked about that like in like day 2 and 3, like you know.
like, you know where I stood from the beginning.
I know. Yeah, I'm glad that you feel the same way for sure, because it's easy to get mixed up, and there's
It's
so
easy to
many
pair
things.
people together, like, there's so many
Yeah.
pairs or threes in this house.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
like, sometimes, like, maybe someone doesn't like one person in that pair or like one person in that three or like one whatever. But it doesn't mean like you're going after like that group.
Yeah.
It just means people like, but like I feel like you should be good.
I hope so.
But like again, like I don't want to say that because I don't know where everyone else is.
And I
at,
wouldn't want
but-
everyone to like, if what happens to Jesse last week happens to me, I would be so heartbroken.
No, yeah, I couldn't lie to you.
I know. I'm glad that you can't, because I would not be
No,
able
just
to.
like
in another
everyone
way.
was lying to Jesse's face all week. Like
Yeah.
it's not even like I lied to Jesse's face. He didn't ask me once what I was
Exactly.
gonna vote.
And clarity-wise, like
he would just like stand in a group and be like, "Oh, I have Derek, I have Kayla, I have," and he's just naming all these people, and I'm thinking, you've never asked me once
Yeah.
if I was gonna vote for you. So I didn't have to correct him. It's not my position to be like, "Excuse me, no, I'm not gonna vote for you." I was like, "You can ask me and I will tell you," but he didn't ask me once. So
that was that.
that kind of
Put the nail
he
in like
paired
early
me, and
on.
that's what I didn't like.
Okay. Respect the shit out of that. I love that. But knew that about you from the start, so it's nice to see it like reinforced now that the game's actually getting some momentum, you know?
No, I proved it last week.
That's
Like,
awesome.
yeah. Like if two people on the, like if Derek's friend was on the block and my friend was on the block, I would take my friend over Derek's
Of
friend.
course. Yeah.
Because I'm.
It's your game.
It's my game, yeah.
You guys don't share the
And I'm
prize,
gonna-
you know?
No. Like I'm gonna keep the people that I want to keep in the house.
Okay. I love that. That's awesome. I feel like the 48 hours before Jesse was evicted, there were like so many like clarity moments with other people that I had too that I was like, okay.
There's a lot of clarity moments that I've had, like being in a room where people are just like, no, you're good, you're great, like I trust you, like you're amazing, and then they walk out and then them just be like completely turned.
Yeah.
And say other things and I'm like, so like do the things you say to me is completely a lie.
100%.
Like it's just
100%.
those kind of situations that I'm like, okay.
Especially sitting in
Like,
this
and that's
position
why
now,
I
I'm
want
like,
to solidify the things that I really, and that comes back to like having trust with
Yes.
someone, because
Yeah.
I would rather keep people that I trust, whether they're good at comms, good at this, good at that,
Doesn't
like
matter.
good, have alliances, don't have alliances, whatever. I need someone that I can trust and that will fight for me if I fight for them.
for sure.
And those are the kind of people I want to play with in this
Good,
game.
good. I'm glad that to hear all that stuff. You're only reinforcing what I already thought you would say, but I can't assume what you're going to say.
No,
We need to
exactly.
have
No,
conversation.
exactly. Which is why I'm glad that you initiated it and not
Yeah.
just been like beat around the bush or like happen to like
No.
we happen to be in the same room and you just be like, oh hey, like by the way, like what are you thinking?
No, and I didn't want to like
it's
grab you away like dramatically. from
no,
everything,
exactly. No,
but-
that would have been weird if we walked
No,
away
exactly.
together.
That's why I was like, okay, well, we'll wait. But I didn't want you to think that I was like, oh, just come sit so we can all sit. I was like, no, I was trying to initiate a
No,
conversation.
yeah, but then everyone came out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
totally
totally
understand.
fine. One of the weird advantages of being on the block is that it's actually less suspicious for me to take people aside because you can just be
No,
like,
exactly.
oh, it was whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
just chatting about
the
it.
gravity of the conversation is always going to be like implicit, which is kind of
Yeah,
nice.
for sure.
Yeah. So, Lord, I'm very excited for this competition. I hope that all of these conversations don't
I'll be
even have to be a
cheering
thing.
on.
Thanks. Yeah. If it looks like I'm struggling, just yell, "How come you came here?" And then I'll be like, "Right." That's what I'm gonna need to hear if
I'll
it's
be
a
like,
struggle.
Maddie, why did you come here?
Yeah, exactly.
Not how did you came?
Yeah. How did you come here? Yeah.
Why
did you come here? That's all I would need to hear.
What do you want? You know
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just go in confident. Just,
I hope-
just literally
I feel
sit there.
confident, yeah.
I do this thing like I tell myself like before I do things, and I'm like, "You're great. You're amazing. Like you got this. No one else got this. No one knows what you're here for.
Yeah.
You know what you're here for."
Exactly.
I talk to myself a lot though.
No, I do that too. And there's so many moments in my life, just like of my life experience, and this is something I was saying to Erica, like, you only come here with like a few things at your disposal, and your life experience is one of them because you're supposed to learn things. And this is just like a weird concentrated version of life. And there have been moments in my life where I've literally put my hands on the sink and looked at myself in the mirror. It's like, you can do this. Like, you can get out of this. You can get into this. You can do whatever you need to do to achieve what you want in the
Yeah,
situation.
exactly.
And it was those
If
like
you
moments.
want something bad enough,
Yeah.
you will get it.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm very, very excited for this competition because it's the first time that I actually get to test it in this type of circumstance. So we'll see.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that I can't control, but I can control my own attitude and my own like dedication and mindset into the competition.
Yeah.
And I think that that is so underrated. And I know that there is nobody else playing this competition who wants it as bad as me.
Yeah.
In fact, I can guarantee.
Awesome.
And I know that Marin is in the same position as me, but he does not want it as bad. I'm 100% sure.
Cool.
Yeah. So
I like the fire.
I'm so excited.
I admire the fire.
Thank you. I hope that you do because it's a risk to even show the fire, you know?
No,
But-
it's admirable to the right kind of people.
Good. Veronica. I know. You're sitting still. Should we walk around?
Yeah. Okay, cool. And just like because I know what happened with Jesse last week, I would just like, even after the video and stuff, just like go and like reassure people or just like keep chatting
Yeah,
with people so
reinforce.
like things don't change.
Yeah.
Because I hate to see something happen.
Me too.
Like if I hear anything, I'd let you know.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that too. If like I said, it would break my heart for what happened to him last week to happen to me.
No, yeah.
And I'd be furious.
Yeah. But you were like prepared. He wasn't. That's the only thing.
It's funny that the
It's
preparedness.
like you started playing, he only started playing when he was in trouble.
Yeah, the
There's a
preparedness
difference.
got me here, but the preparedness can help me out too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so-
remember, trust is a big thing.
It is a big thing.
Cool.
Yeah. Yay. This is so awesome.
Sup, girl?
Literally.
Man,
She's everywhere. She's everywhere.
it's not even just her, but it's like people like Maddie walking in a hat and then walk. Give a girl 5 minutes.
I don't see it though. I think I don't fucking see it.
It's so weird. Like the part that like really pissed me off, and again, like you're probably a better woman than I am, and you probably weren't upset about that. But like I was literally telling people, can you guys give her an hour before you go like kissing ass? Like, can you give her an hour to even like comprehend what just happened? And like people are
appreciate that.
so quick to like run up like have you talked to Erica? You were asking me last night, have you talked I'm like, she just got HOH.
Everyone needs to settle down.
And like people that don't usually talk to you were like the first in this room. I'm like, great.
So I'm gonna save you a lot of time. You're not on my list. You're not going on the blog. Like,
Okay.
like not at all.
I mean,
Like everybody's at.
I appreciate that like so much. I mean, it's
You know how
very.
I feel about you, Paris. You know, I think you're an asset to being here.
You're awesome, and like that's what I wanted to like tell you was like, it sucks that I don't have like a resume to like give you and be like, hey, this is what I can offer you. But like I know from a personal standpoint, like. You know how I've like felt about you. Like you've been there for me through my 3 mental breakdowns in this house.
I'll probably be with you through the next 8, which are inevitably gonna happen.
Happen. And like on a personal level, I just know I feel very close to you. And like I know you're friends with a lot of people, but for me, it's not that many people that I see as like genuine and as giving a shit about me. Like to me, little things like you saying, "Go get your hand stuff. I'll hang out with you." Like. It might be little to you, but it's like to me, like that shows so much. Like that shows so much. Or like, I don't know, like little things like that to me are just like, they mean.
You're next.
Okay, I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah, 30 minutes, I heard. I'll probably be outside for a bit too.
Okay.
Well, I'll be quick.
No,
'cause I
don't
know-
be quick. I actually want to talk to you, so don't be quick.
Okay, good. But like, I don't know, I just feel like, I know it's a game, but like, to me, I do have a hard time separating like emotion from the game. So like to me, like
So fucking hard time.
I really couldn't picture myself like not wanting you here because you have helped me so much from an emotional standpoint, and I like really need that. Like I need that in the house.
And that's how I feel about you too. Like, you're one of the only people that like if I start bawling my eyes out like a small baby, I'm like,
I'm like,
you,
emotional,
I
you
know,
just saying
I know. But it's like if I start bawling my eyes out like a small baby, or if I'm like whatever, like you're one of the people, like the few people that I don't feel like weird crying in front of.
No,
like I
not
don't
at
feel
all.
awkward crying in front of you. I don't feel like
Not at all.
awkward voicing my like emotions or my feelings, or to
Not
be
at
like,
all.
man, like honestly, like it really sucks not being at home, and it like sucks missing Shay.
Yeah.
And like what it like some people I'm like, we have a good game relationship, but maybe not
An emotional level,
and
yeah.
And like in this house, in order to survive, you need both.
And that's the thing. It's like last night in the bathroom. Like I wanted to sit down with you and just like not talk about the game. I just like wanted to just like have 15 minutes. We just like had a heart to heart and just like, you know, let us be us and just feel what it is that we're feeling. But we're so quick to like be on your jock that I'm just like, let a girl be for like an hour and understand what just. And I get it. People are stressed out, but it's like even if I felt like you wanted me out, I'd still be like, I'm gonna give you an hour to just process like what just happened.
It's funny. I feel like if someone like for me personally, if I thought that someone wanted me out, I would probably give them more time. Because I'm like, you do, like, if it wasn't annoying before, it's probably annoying when you're right in my fucking face.
For sure. For me, the biggest red flag is like people that like you with HOH and they're so nervous. They're like asking her, what's Erica thinking? What's Erica thinking? What's her? And then they're the first to run up to
Who's
your
doing
room.
that?
Some people that I'm like technically close with on an emotional level that were like hounding me last night. Like, am I going up? Like, how the fuck would I know? Like, I have no idea where you stand game wise. But it's like,
Backyard.
do you want to go out there?
I'll go off after. I'll go off in like 5. It's fine.
Okay. For me, it's like there's definitely some like I don't know if it was seeds of doubt that was planted yesterday, but like I do feel like I don't have the faith that I once had in Will and Maddie.
Yeah.
And those were supposed to be my people. Those are supposed to be people that I felt like I really connected with.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, on a personal level, like I absolutely love Will. Like I love him to death.
Yeah.
But it's like there's definitely been some like red flags there.
Yeah.
And like with the rest of the house, it's like one person I've really like tried to reach out to that I really like is like been Johnny, but he is a little bit of a closed book, and I get it. He's in a way similar to you. Like you two have like been like, ugh, you know, like I really tried to like reach out because I know it's a game, but like to me, I'm not looking at like people's like physical and mental abilities, and I should be, but I'm more so looking for like a genuine like connection and like.
Well, I think loyalty is more important than physical strength.
I care so much about
because
that.
I don't care
like,
if someone can win a veto if they're not going to pull me off. That doesn't mean shit.
it doesn't mean anything. Exactly. It's like
good to know.
in the name of an alliance, but it's like you don't actually give a shit about me. Like
for example, like, Jesse was probably one of the only people that I felt like I could have influence over, and it could be something. But it's like, for example, someone like Will that says, I got your back, was so quick to just be like, no, I'm thinking about my Kim and my relationship with Hamsies, fuck you. That it was like, clearly this is not a two-way street. This is just you doing what's good for you. And it's like, there was just new sides to people that I've seen like come out, and it's like, damn, you're not the perfect person that I thought. Yeah, for sure. And it's like, again, it might be like seeds of doubt that were planted yesterday a little bit too, but it's like, I feel like on like a friendship level, I told you this yesterday, there's a lot of people that I'm like 20% out of 100 with. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, like, we like Paris, like, we don't mind her. But it's like, I do want some people that are like, and it's like, I've really tried to like build that with some people that I know have a good heart, and I know I should be looking at more than that, but I've come to a point where I'm like, if I'm not feeling like you're gonna be there for me, then it's like,
if you can't
it's a
be
done
there for
deal.
me from an emotional perspective, how can you be there for me from a game perspective?
For sure.
Because
like, you have
they're
no
so interconnected.
For sure. And it's like, I wish that I could see it more like clear cut, and I'm trying to adapt. And that's why, like, I was like, okay, bye, Josie, because I'm not about to have like a target on my back because of you. So like, that was my first step towards that.
Just a game mentality.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just like, it sucks to know like the people that I thought, okay, you know what, everyone seems like they're in bunches, and you can see people hanging out.
Okay, maybe this is my bunch.
Yeah, and I thought maybe like, well, Maddie might too, but it's like, that shit that Maddie does, it sketches me the fuck out. I don't like that. It sketches me the fuck out. Like, don't do that.
So for
don't
me,
do
my
that.
big thing is like, before anything else, the sketchiness has got to go for me, because I don't like that.
No, I want to know
people,
where you stand.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I am currently working with people that I have the least game connection with.
Yeah.
Like, is what like who I'm thinking of putting on.
Yeah.
And like, me, even if Maddie had come here and talked game with me and nothing but game, that's still like, I still don't trust you.
Yeah,
And
for
if
sure.
I don't
Especially if you do that with
trust the person,
everybody.
and like, and that's the other thing too. Like, there's a couple other people this week where I'm like, do I trust you though?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And like, that rogue vote has thrown like a huge wrench in shit.
Yeah. So whoever that was succeeded in stirring shit up.
Well, I think they just succeeded in blowing up their own game a little bit.
Fair.
Because it's one of those things where it's like, and like, yes, stirring shit up, but it just really makes you sit there and question, like, who do I trust?
Yeah, for sure.
And the people, like, for not 1 second did I think it was you. Even if it was
and that's
you,
why I didn't go around telling people, because I was like, I'm not, if it's not me, I'm not going to go over there.
It's not me, right? It's not
and
me.
there was like a couple people that were like going out of their way right away. I just feel like my name was thrown out. My name was thrown out. No, it wasn't. I feel like everyone thinks it's me. No, and the fact that you're going so out of your way to be like,
shows that it probably is you.
Like, one person in particular had like 2 20-minute conversations.
I had a 45-minute conversation about it yesterday.
And
where
it's
it was
like, why are you trying so hard to convince me?
It might also be Paris. It might be Kayla, and like throwing other names.
Like,
out
I
there.
would never throw anybody else's name. To me, I looked at that as, we already talked about it beforehand, and we knew Jesse was going home. And if it was unanimous, then I would give him a vote. But we knew Derek was voting for him, and no one else was gonna throw their game away for the extra vote. So whoever didn't want to start shit up and paint a target on somebody else's back, and like, to me, it's like the fact that she goes out of her way.
Honestly, I don't even think she did it to paint a target on someone's back. I think she thought it would be a closer vote. And I think her vote could have gone under the radar. And I was only watching her. I'm talking about Veronica. I was only watching her the entire time, because I already knew.
Yeah.
What Jesse had already said to me, I have Veronica's vote 100%.
And he said to me right before, and I thought, he's tripping
What are you talking
out.
about? Yeah. And then
He's like, I thought he was tripping out. He's like, no, Veronica's throwing me a petty vote or something. Petty? No, pity.
a petty vote.
A petty vote. A petty vote. Yes, all kids. English is a second language.
Literally.
Sorry.
I do know what ESL stands for. Thank you.
Such an immigrant I am. No, but and to me, the part that sketched me out the most was like, because it wasn't me, I never once thought to go to people and just advertise this thing. And the fact that she literally went
like a little
room
kid.
to room.
It's like a little kid.
Yeah, room to room. You have a 20-minute conversation where you're just like, it wasn't me. It was like, it makes me feel like it was you, from you being so defensive. Being like, everyone thinks it was me. It's like, no one was saying anything until you started talking.
Well, and like for me,
Such a sketch
And it just sucks because she had an opportunity to be like, guys, honestly, like, I'm just gonna come clean right now. I threw the kid a pity vote. I probably shouldn't have. I didn't realize it was gonna be like a unanimous thing. I thought I was doing like the guy a nice favor.
Yeah.
My bad. Like, I feel fucking stupid now that I saw what the votes were. I'm clearly a big idiot.
Yeah.
My bad.
And
that
I
would have
think
had so much more respect for that. It's literally as soon as the votes got read, she was sort of like, and she was sketching. She literally, everyone was like, that's weird. And you know when you're like trying to think and you're almost like calm and like, that's odd.
I was
and everyone's like, this is weird.
I don't know why
So
I thought it was Kayla. Like, just as a friendship level. Like, I wasn't thinking. No, it wasn't. I know it wasn't either.
And she would never have lied to his face.
No.
To be like, that was not me. Because it looks good if it was her. Because that means her and Derek are more unified. Like, that causes a rift for them too.
For sure.
But like,
no, it wasn't her. But I'm
everyone
just
was
saying, like, I
calm.
wasn't even thinking. I was like, huh.
Well,
I guess
everyone was
Kayla really
calm.
liked him. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Well,
Especially when
was
she came
calm
out
and chill.
freaking out.
And everyone was calm and chill. And she literally was like, that's so weird that someone would do that. Like, that's so, and she was spinning her bracelet aggressively. And I was like, you read your nervousness all over you.
Yeah.
And immediately, I turned to Maddie because I thought it was like, in my eyes, it was either Maddie or Veronica. Yeah. Those were the only two. You didn't cross my mind, Kayla didn't cross, like, those were the two that it could be.
No, because I asked you right before. I said, if we're doing this, I want to be a part of it. But if we're, and then you're like, when I was in the shower, you're like, it doesn't change anything for me. I was like,
okay,
good.
Yeah.
You know?
And and I turned to Maddie immediately and I was like, was that you? And she was like, no. And she's not that good of a liar either.
Yeah.
Maddie's not a good liar.
I mean, like, apparently I'm an idiot because I've literally seen people like lie and I believed it and then I pulled them. So I'm like, is that happening? They're like, oh no, I was just saying that. I'm like, oh fuck me, I'm so bad at like
Can you
telling
be
it
honest
apart.
with me? And like, you know, I'm a fucking locked ass book. Like, I don't, like you said, like,
Yeah.
I don't gossip.
You're
I
the
don't
one
tell
person I
people
can
shit.
shoot. I want to hear.
Was that Marie who was saying to Jesse 100%, yeah, I'm voting for you 100%, and then turning around, or was that V? Yeah, of course. Well, she tried to sit in my bed last
Maddie
night.
was
and be
more like diplomatic about it.
And that's what I was gonna say. I feel like Maddie was like, I can't give you an answer. I'm not sure. I'm still weighing my options.
Yeah.
Like blah blah blah, which is
Veronica
fair.
was
I
like,
said the same thing.
She didn't just say me. She said, Jesse, 100%. We have your back all the way to the final day. Like she said, 100. And then it was. I didn't think about it, but Jesse was like, no, like V's 100% giving me a vote. And then she brought up, she's like, you know, I only hugged Jesse because I was upset that I wasn't included in the room. And I'm like, I didn't even see you hugging Jesse. Like the fact that you're like giving all this out, it just like,
but it
doesn't sit well with me.
I feel like Veronica is good with you.
I think she likes me.
Like she's good with me for now.
Yeah.
And so
She's
like,
scary though.
I'm not trying to take a shot.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to it,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
But if I don't want to be the one to fucking fire that shot because that's a big shot to fucking take.
But if anyone did, I know everybody would be on board.
And I think you're right.
I think
The only person I think wouldn't be is Will.
Will told me last night that because Will, like, I was so offended because he started questioning me about my.
I'm gonna
vote.
keep doing the makeup. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot that you were doing that.
You're in my life.
That
Oh,
body
man.
though, like
I
everything
know.
is okay. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
literally-
It's so like
but it's
rude
funny,
of me
I've
to just
literally-
be hitting on your girlfriend.
No,
and
it's
you.
not. I appreciate it because everyone should be fucking hitting on her because she's perfect.
She's so perfect.
She's
Yeah.
literally the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my entire life.
Nope, fully.
Oh, back here it goes. Fuck it. It's not that serious. I'll be back open.
I'll be back tomorrow. No, for me, it's
But yeah, you were
like,
talking about Will yesterday.
yeah, and it's like that's another thing. It's like I again, I've said this before, and I will say it again. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and be like, I'm not gonna lie in this game, because that's not gonna happen. I'm sure if there's like a, I don't know, like final 5, final 6 scenario, if I make it that far, where I absolutely have to keep something hush hush if someone asks me, I'm sure I will. But it's like something like over a vote. Like, I'm not gonna fucking lie this early on over a vote, man, because I know it could come bite me in the ass. Like, I'm not about to
Because
throw
the
my
thing
game
that's gonna
away.
make you, like, the thing that'll
That's what
take you to the
happened this game.
very
I'm not
final
a
2
beast. That's
is
all I
probably
have.
lying. The thing that'll take you final 2 is lying. The thing that'll take you final 6 is honesty.
And that's the thing. It's like for me right now, even though I freaking people are like, no, like it's good to be low key. I want to prove my worth so bad in this game that I've been trying it every single HOH, and I know my time will come, but because right now I don't have anything to offer game wise, all I have is my word in this game.
Yeah.
All I have is my honesty.
That's all you
in
got.
this game. And I'm not saying it's going to change, because like I'm sure it will. And I'm sure that that's what I have to do at some point.
But I think at that point, people can respect it.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's too early.
Yeah, it is too early in my
opinion. What really
opinion.
upset me was like, Will freaked out at me like a bunch yesterday. He was the only one that
Is that the
questioned
one
me
in,
about that.
in the pantry? I saw that. Yeah.
Like, and it got like, because he got so mad at me that I talked in front. He's like, you couldn't shut up in front of her. And I'm like, she's HOH. She's like, I'm like, what are you, because I didn't even think.
Wait, who?
Will was freaking out that when you walked in, I continued talking, because I'm not hiding that from
Oh,
you.
yeah, no.
But he was so mad. He's like, she's HOH. Like, how could you not shut up the 5 seconds she's in here? I'm like, because I don't
Oh my
think
God,
anything
that's so silly.
of that.
No, you
Like,
shouldn't.
And
Oh my
like,
God,
I'm
that's so
not, I don't
silly.
hide anything like from you in that sense. Like, if you sketched me out and if I felt like you were coming for me, then maybe I would shut up. But it's like, I don't know. And again, I wish I had more to offer game wise, but I just on a personal level, like, I love the shit out of you. And you
No, I
just
agree.
have like proven yourself to me as someone that I really like physically and emotionally need in this house.
I agree.
And it's just like I wish I was stronger, and I wish I could be
No,
more
dude,
for you.
Man, I don't give a fuck. Veronica's the strongest person in this house, and her word doesn't mean shit to me anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean shit to me anymore. And it's
she spoke on everybody's behalf. It was
Yeah.
like, Jesse, you have all the rules, Jesse, 100%. I swear to God. And it's like someone that I can't tell the lies and the truth apart from. It's just someone that scares the shit out of me.
it's just not
Like, it scares me.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're lying to other people today, but when are you gonna lie to me? Some point.
And you could have already, for all I know.
Well, that's it, right?
It's super sketch, and like I don't want to be a hypocrite, because again, I'm sure I will lie towards the end of the game, but right now I feel like
I think
over a
everyone's on the
vote,
same page with that, where it's like
over
this is not a place to lie, and this is not either of those things.
And it's just like when you go so out of your way, like so
Yeah.
out of your way to build the story and be like, everyone thinks it's me. It's like no one thought that until you started like painting a picture yourself. Like I didn't think that, but until when she started freaking out, I did.
Well, it was funny because she was like, oh my God, why would someone do that? Da, da, da. Who did it? And I was being a bit of a dick. Like, I should have just, like, shut my fucking mouth. But I was like, I know exactly who it is. I was like, I know exactly who did that.
I thought it was Ryan.
Oh, God, no.
I thought
He
it was
doesn't know.
Ryan to
He's not in any
start
position
shit.
to do that.
I
He's
thought he was
not.
trying to start shit.
No, he's not an idiot. Like, not at all.
Yeah, like 5 more. I'll come out. I'll
Sorry.
come out and get you.
What was I gonna say?
But like that's another thing. It's like people also need to just like respect. This is the first time I'm talking to you. Some people have been talking to you
I
like
know.
3-4 times. Like you being one of them.
Oh, I refused to talk to her this morning.
She's
I was like,
she's like, I said it twice. And it's like, do you want me to leave? Because she's like, she was here so she could lounge around and listen to it. Oh, you know what else she told me this morning? I feel like I don't know if she's suspecting something, but she was like, I just want you to know, like, I will always be there for you. And if someone puts me up, I just want you to have my back and not let anyone get in your ear. Like after her talk with you, she's like, I was trying to listen in on her and Will's conversation. I turned the iPod all the way down, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I heard it.
that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like that's weird. Like
I heard that she was doing that.
It's
and that's
so
bad vibes to me.
It's so
And I
weird.
literally, it's funny because she's not bright. She's not an intelligent person at all. Like, she has no fucking 2 brain cells. She thinks she's smart. And
But
she
in a way,
tells
it's
herself
like
that
I
she's
wouldn't
smart.
even ever think to do that because I'm like,
Yeah, but like if you're gonna do it, execute it well. Her volume's at full blast, and all of a sudden she hits pause, and I hear nothing coming out of the iPod, and she's like,
That's
like, well, this is uncomfortable for everybody.
God, that's so scary.
That's a little uncomfortable. Because I literally was sitting there and I was like, and all Will and I yesterday were doing was like talking about Parker, talking about like, you think I'm gonna have an actual in-depth game conversation while you're sitting right fucking there?
But it's like
Literally, iPod all the way down.
with that.
And I was like, shut the fuck. And then literally she'd be like, press play, and I could hear it in life. Like, you're so dumb. And that's the thing. It's like, you think you're doing smart things, but if you do intelligent moves in a dumb way, you're still dumb.
Yeah, so it's like I'd rather be an idiot and not even think to do that than do that and
do that and fail. Yeah.
I should probably do the same thing.
What do you think of the nomination? Like, what do you think? Where do you stand with Maddie?
Like, honestly, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. No, I know. It's not something that we're gonna spill. I feel like.
What is that?
I really want Maynard to go. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, actually, right now as it stands, if we were just doing the same, I think I know what Erica's pushing for, and I think I'm kind of on board with her, which is. But
Yeah, I know.
You don't have to say it.
She wants Maddie home, but
I think she wants her gone.
I know.
And okay,
Yeah.
that's what we wanted. That's what I figured. And we just.
No, so, 'cause you're just, like, you're a straight shooter. Like, again, that's why I like you, because you're a straight shooter. And, like,
This feels so conspicuous.
I know, right?
Whatever, though, honestly.
Yeah.
It's gonna fucking
summer
happen
camp
eventually,
shit,
yeah.
guys.
And everyone fucking has meetings with everyone.
Because the thing is, we're just trying to prepare for
The worst.
yeah, exactly. Because let's say they do data center.
Like last week, we exclusively like you, like we want to work with you.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you.
So if I'm gonna go for it. And like,
Yeah,
we don't
fucking
need
obviously.
Yeah, and we don't need like that's all between us.
To be pulled down so we can shake the shit off.
Yeah.
Well, not one of them. You. If you fucking win, I'm gonna. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Do you think she would do that? I don't know if she was. That's what I said.
You don't, because
She's gonna have to
Or
put
like if
some.
one of you.
get on. You don't know who to
Up again. She's not gonna put Liv up. She's not gonna put you up. She's not gonna put Derek and Kayla up.
So we just sort of want to know if you're on board for a plan, like taking him down, or just
It doesn't even need to be that. It doesn't even
No, not taking him down. We're not time.
like where your vote would be if we kept it the same.
Like if you won veto,
and you didn't use it.
okay? And I know like whoever is HOH or whatever. But like if you used it and you were safe and like he was safe and like obviously we got your back. Like, I got your back last week and I still got to have your back. Like would you be afraid to make a big move, you think?
Yeah.
Really? What happened to the straight shooter in there?
No, I am down.
Oh, you're down.
Yeah. I just said yeah.
No, I said would you be afraid to make a big move? And she's like, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said would you be on board to make a big move?
What's that?
Keeping it the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that?
What else would it be? It's not like she gets to choose who gets
Yeah,
to
you're
blah,
right.
blah, blah.
Fuck, I keep forgetting about that.
That's the only problem. How it would be, no. The big move would be keeping it the same and having everyone vote
That's
for
the
Marin
thing.
to
That's the
stay.
thing. If I have numbers, I feel like I have the numbers to stay.
Yeah, you're
If
right.
I win veto, I have the option to be like, okay, what's best for everybody?
And honestly, believe Kevin if he would veto.
Obviously, I want to take myself off. I'm going to do it. I'm just saying, it's like I'm willing to have an open mind.
But see, as much as it sucks,
I'm more leaning towards using on myself.
as much as it sucks,
The only thing that stops you from making that big move is like kind of household. Right? Because at the end of the day, but if we know it's a big move.
but at the end of the day, if you're safe this week, if you're safe this week, if you win veto, you're safe this week, and you use the veto, head of household is not playing
And
next
you
week.
know, all the thing is the only way that Marin would be able to stay on the block safely is if we had 100% all the votes, no flips.
Yeah, no
So that's why we're asking people beforehand. Because say if Will or was going to go for Armstrong, Marin might not want to take himself off, but he also wouldn't want to stay on if he knew that people were like fucking like how Jesse was. Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yo, if I'm going on the block, I'll tell you this. If I'm going on the block, you win veto, even if I have to go on the block, you use it on your fucking self and you take your damn self down. Because if you get home, if you get fucking sent home because of that, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, this is a stupid move. Second of all, if you fucking don't use a veto on yourself, people are gonna look at you like, oh, what's this cocky shit doing? Let's send his ass home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a weird.
Yeah, I know. All I'm saying is, I'm not narrow-minded to the whole thing. Of course, would use it on myself. But again, I'm just having my mind open. What are we like? Again, guys.
You would have to ask her. We
If
don't
I'm
even know where
even
this
a
is
little,
sure.
even if I'm a little
Have
uncertain.
you guys talked to her? No, because everyone's with her. And like, we don't even know until the veto. Yeah, so why?
If I'm a little uncertain, I'm using it on myself. Even a little bit. I'm using it on myself, which is the most likely.
Yeah, everything in this house is uncertain.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
you need to know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's my real. straight
Yeah,
up
for
advice.
you're right.
But yeah, like I can tell you for sure, like is to roll this way, right? I'm not gonna bullshit you. I give you my 100% word. Because once I give you my word, there's no check in with you. You know what I mean? So like, there's so much we left. You don't know what can happen. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, but
100%.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and that's just making sure. And honestly, that's how everything should be, because last week, that was how a lot of people were with Jesse, when we should have just kept our mouth shut and made the decision when the day came. Yeah, you know what I
Everybody
mean?
just tripped out.
Yeah,
Sunday.
That's called creating habit. It's called mission accomplished.
He's just so happy shit blew up.
Well, that's the game, bro. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, like fuck playing fucking summer camp. Like honestly, I'm so over it. Like let's fucking like start playing. Like let's fucking start like talking to
I can't
people.
wait to an HOH again.
Me too. I'm so fucking sick of it. Like
I know you want it so bad,
but at least I don't even know if I want it. Like the double would be so important to have it, because everything happens so fast that it's like. But at the same time, I don't want the double. I know, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. But that's also even though you didn't win each wage, that's like it's sick that you could always play the veto, because the veto you still have like a little bit of power. Yeah, and you can have safety too. Like it's just like you can, you know, people can sway you. You know what I mean? Like,
totally.
oh, like why should I fucking
It'd be
use
nice to have like.
you know, and if you win, and if you win some money too, that would be sick too.
That would be sick. I'm trying not to fixate on that, but I'm really hoping 5Gs.
I know.
I really hope there's no fucking prize, so all you guys don't work so hard.
I know, right?
Don't
It's
work
so
hard.
fucking true.
It's true.
But whatever, it's cool.
If you lose to a bunch of girls, I'm gonna laugh.
Why are you acting like Ryan's not alright?
Laugh. All right.
It's okay. What are you talking about? You got some tough ass girl, bro. Allie almost won HOH this past week.
I know there are a bunch of
Those
tough
mental,
girls.
not physical.
Still, oh, how do we know? Well,
Yeah. What hand were you holding up? Marin. They call him moron. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's okay. That's okay. I appreciate you guys roasting me. It gives me.
I am super competitive though. That's something that I can't turn off.
Yeah, oh no, it's okay.
Like,
Oh
it's
fuck,
just-
you gotta go.
No,
for it.
honestly, I
I'm
competition
telling you,
to
you should have
relate.
seen me upstairs for Hasbro the other night. I came out yesterday.
You snapped up.
This thing's beeping, and I'm like, God! I'm just like, what is it saying in the word?
I honestly was so happy when you got
It's
called
okay.
for a veto, because I was like, the way that you were so like in the fingertips for the HOH, I was like, man, like, I was like, you deserve to have a comp. You'll fucking do it, like, you know what I mean?
Win one
You can't be
thing.
friggin' like 5 and 5.
I know
and
there's
over.
tons of time left to win stuff, but the thing is,
Oh
you
yeah,
don't know how
especially
much
like
time
the
you're
more,
going to be here.
Yeah, but like the more you make it too, like you'll be like literally you'll be participating in
smells
every
good.
fucking thing.
Smells good.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like,
Yo,
Revolving door.
literally.
There's
I
still,
can't
like,
believe
Paris
this
and
is
Allie
so
wanting to
fucking-
talk to you so much.
Personality?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't even doubt that. That makes perfect sense, actually.
What's that?
So that makes sense. Especially.
Has it been interesting?
I feel like everybody. I feel like the people who know where I'm at, and the people who are unsure where I'm at are nervous. But I feel like I'm not getting the same HOH week as some people would, because
People feel like you already know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are not like
Revealing.
coming in here being like, info, put up this person, put up that person,
Yeah.
because it doesn't like, although people think, a lot of people are like, I have no idea where your head's at. I'm like, I feel like a lot of people do know exactly where my head's at.
I think a lot of people don't.
Really?
Every person I talk
who
to.
doesn't know where my head's at?
I don't know where your head's at.
Oh, what? Why?
Who are you gonna put up?
I'm gonna put up Maddie and Marin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was gonna put up Maddie and Marin since before I went.
Oh.
And I know you're close with Maddie,
Yeah.
but I think, and obviously, like, just let's keep this in this room.
Yep.
But like,
And don't even tell anyone that you told me, please.
no, I'm not gonna tell anyone that I told you. I'm just gonna tell everyone that I told everyone that I'm still making up my mind.
Yeah.
It's at the point in the game where I went through the entire house. I'm not putting you up.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Dayla up.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Liv or Ali up.
Mm-hmm.
I have no desire to send Ryan home because he's going to be a target forever. I'm not going to put Hams up. I'm not going to put Will up.
Yeah.
Obviously,
He really wants to work with you too. He was
Will?
saying. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And I said literally he was the first person I spoke to when he was doing batteries last night. I was like, I'm not putting you up, Will.
Are you planning to backdoor Veronica?
No, but I'm trying to, like, I'm not planning on backdooring Veronica. That's not the goal of the week. If a veto gets used, I'm going to have to think about who the fuck else is going on that blog, and then I'm going to have to make some tough calls. But no, that's, like, not at all where I'm at.
'Cause I think that, and I hate even saying it, but, like, the downside giving Veronica said she probably would put Ali or Liv up, maybe. That's
So
what
this
Ali
is the
thinks, and
thing.
that's what, like, I hate, but, like...
This is the thing, and this is going to be our opportunity to just boldly, blatantly speak game without having to be like,
Okay. I'm down.
Veronica's a huge threat to the game.
Yeah, not to us.
Right now, not to us. But in the future, I don't know where she's at. This week, she's proven fickle as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's been all over the place this week.
Yeah.
And, like, even, like, I'm still decently convinced that she was a rogue vote.
I think I am too.
Like, Jesse, to me, specifically, came into a room
Me
and said,
too.
yo,
I have her vote,
100%
isn't it?
Veronica, I have her vote.
Yeah, me too.
And when it started, like, she wore it. She wore that entire emotion. Because knowing that information, I was just watching her.
Did you think that she did it just as, like, a throw vote, or do you think she actually thought that she had the numbers?
I think it was a bit of like a, here's your vote. Like, what? I don't know the motive.
Yeah.
I don't think she thought it was going to be 2-9.
Yeah.
I think she thought it was going to be like 4-7, I guess is whatever. I'm not good at math. 4-7. I think she thought it was going to be a lot closer, and that vote could just slip under the radar, and she could still like uphold her word to Jesse and like whatever. Because I think she has a lot of emotions, and I think she did feel genuinely bad, and I don't really think she wanted to keep Liv necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, especially as Jesse's like throwing out all this like shit, all this information, being like, I'll be your soldier for you, I'll take your deal, like whatever. I'm sure all of that did at some point impact her, being like, maybe for my specific game, it's better to keep Jesse. And she said the whole week, she's like, I'm not telling anyone where my vote's going. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the vote gets cast, she's like, well, I voted Liv.
Yeah.
And there's the fact that she was like purposely trying to make Liv feel uneasy the morning of eviction. She's like, oh, she feels
told me
too
about that, I
comfortable.
know.
She feels too comfortable. Let's level her.
So, like, this is all annoying personal stuff.
Pardon me?
This is like annoying stuff, but I feel like this is all good examples of why people will not trust her a few weeks into this game and why she's like...
Well, and that's why I trust her for me,
Yeah.
but I don't trust her for the overall game.
Yeah.
And this is the issue, is like, I'm always torn between being like, I'm playing for what's best for like me, but also what's best for my people.
Yeah.
And right now, what's best for us, and what's best for our people are not the same.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm not, like, I might, but that would be a huge shot to take.
I know.
And that would need to fucking land.
Yeah.
Because that's it. That's
And
my game.
It seems silly for it to be your shot to take, though, I just feel.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I'm just afraid that it won't be like. Also, of course, trying to resume build. Do want to make big moves in the game for sure.
Yeah.
But like, why do I need to put that fucking target on my back?
At week 4.
Like, why?
Yeah.
And I don't have that. Like, there's no drive. There's no motivation to be like, I'm putting these two people up in hopes that one of them wins the veto. My ideal world, and I know you're close to Maddie. My ideal world is Mary and Maddie go up, and Maddie goes home.
Yeah.
And that's that. Or Mary and Maddie go up, I win the veto, hopefully it's another $5,000, I don't use it, and Maddie goes home. That's the ideal situation.
You wouldn't want Marin going?
Only because
As long as
I
the people
agree.
are inside the house.
I definitely agree.
When you're playing strategy, like being sort of in the middle of stuff, I feel like that's a better thing to kind of like keep those people out.
Yeah.
Almost.
And I do hear exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But for me, and I know that this is one of those places where like we definitely differ.
That's fine.
And this is why I have a different, like this is like whenever I talk to Hams, I'm like, he'll be like, we need this person. I'm like, I don't, you do.
Exactly.
We are on like opposing sides
Very
of this.
different.
like for me, I don't have a connection with Maddie.
Yeah.
Like I really don't.
Okay.
Like we've started building a personal, like much more like cordial and like more of a friendship this week. I've never spoken game with Maddie, not once in this entire house.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like people who run from room to room and just try to intervene in every conversation, because I just don't know where those people's heads are at.
Yeah.
Like, And I don't, like, to me, you know when people are, like, say about us, like, I don't know where their heads are at, I don't know what they're thinking, da-da-da. I would rather someone that's a little more patient with their, like their word, and a little more patient with their opinions, rather than someone who will run their mouth every 2 seconds whenever it's convenient.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard her talk shit about everyone. Like, I've heard names come out of her mouth from every angle. And those are the people that, for me, I could never see myself working with, ever.
Yeah.
Like, I do not see myself working with Maddie for the remainder of the game. Marin, he could be a vote for either side. You know what I mean? I agree that he is, like, a bit of a, like, I don't even want to call him, like, a lone wolf, because it's not even that, but he is just kind of, like, this human who's kind of like, hello, like, no threat to be posed whatsoever, which is scary because that could be a threat later on. But if you start picking out the people around Marin, I don't think he's as strong of a, like, he doesn't pose, like, it's like, keep him, get rid of him, no one's going to give a shit.
Who's going to pick those people off, though?
I guess, like...
We're talking about Will, Veronica, Hamza.
Yeah.
And Ryan, question mark?
Question mark. Oh.
I guess those are the bigger, like, people for future wins over here to take out. Like, ideally, I think it's just important that, like, this goes back and forth and we stay in the middle.
I completely agree.
I don't think it's smart for us to be like, let's get rid of that side and all their big targets.
No.
Because that's just going to screw us, because then they're going to turn it on me.
And the thing is, like, I definitely don't, and it's so funny, people still are like, people are like, I don't have my one person, and I'm like, you think I have my one person? Everyone's like, yeah, well, Johnny. And I'm like, y'all just love the gays together. But, like, I really do. But I was going to say, and it's funny, I don't know where people gather this information, but we do, I think, a very good job at, like
I think so, too.
Like, we never...
I feel like how they live, too. I'm like, how do they just know?
Yeah.
Like,
it's so
like,
weird.
the comfort of conversation people pick up on, too, or, like, something like that.
100% fair.
Yeah.
And, like, but, like, I very much... And, like, I know there's probably other people out there, like, Maddie's like, I'm super interested in working with Johnny, which is funny because she literally comes into my room and goes, I'm super interested in working with Johnny. And I was like, it's weird that you think pitching working with Johnny is going to make me game you. And I get it. And I get the, like, train of thought.
Together and like a draw.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you want to work with Johnny? Then we'll all work together. But, like, I do very much, we play a very similar game, and I think it's fucking good for us. And I like the way this is going, and I've liked it since day one. And it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't want to, I don't know, for me it's like, I don't want to take Maddie out of the game if it's making your game worse. Because, like, I'm sure there's people in here that you feel, like, less connected to.
Lots.
Yeah, fair. Like, it's just so weird when you, like, break it down, and I'm like, so Red Room, I'm not taking a shot at the Red Room. Yo. What's up, girl?
Hola.
You want to give me 5-10 and then I'll come grab you?
I was gonna say, yeah, we'll do
I'll grab you
whenever.
next. I'll grab you absolutely
Yeah.
next, don't worry.
Thanks, Paris.
Taking a shot at the Red Room, 100% no. Like, hard no. Because every single one of the people in that room at some point will be a target for someone.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, Liv and Allie are already on everybody's radar. Dale is already on everybody's radar. And then we're just kind of like little accessories. Like, if I'm sitting on the block, if you're sitting on the block, actually, even better example, beside Allie, Allie's going home. If you're sitting on the block beside Derek or Kayla, they're going home.
Yeah.
If you're sitting on the block beside Paris, you're going home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Where it's like, you have to have a good combination of, like, big threats and also, like, swing votes and floaters. And it's just for Maddie, I don't know where she even, like, fucking falls in those things.
Do you feel like you know where Paris lies in those things?
I feel like Paris, I feel very good with my relationship with Paris, and I feel very confident that she is, like, lynchable. Like, she really doesn't have any, like, concrete humans in this game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so for that reason, and because she's, like, very... There's no word that makes it sound, like, nice. But, like, yeah, she's, like, she's eager to do that, and she's eager to, like, make those connections. And she is a free thinker, and she's, in my eyes, more of a straight shooter than Maddie is.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Maddie, she's a very strong-headed person, and she's a confident person.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, like, here, tell me your opinions which may let me down or may differ from mine, she has a hard time doing that.
Yeah.
And I also feel the same way about Veronica sometimes, where I'm like, she's always like, I'm such a straight shooter, I'm so straight up, whatever, but I was like, you are terrible with confrontation. Like, after after that whole meeting with Ryan, the biggest thing I learned from that entire thing was like, damn, you got no backbone, girl. None. She literally stood there. She's like, I'm gonna make this big thing.
I remember you
I'm
saying
gonna
that
do
right
it."
after too.
And she literally was like, well, you know, da-da-da. And she talked to the floor. She didn't make eye contact. She had no confidence. Her voice dropped like a million fucking, like she literally was whispering. I was like, you are not as tough as you make it out to be.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with people like that. My ex was like that. It's like,
all talk.
yeah, and she needs the talk because that's what gets her through the day.
Yeah.
And it's a fake it till you make it, I'm so confident, I'm a bad bitch thing. But like, even for me, I 100% think she's a swing vote. I don't care that she was a swing vote because whatever, do you.
Yeah.
I care that she was capable of coming out and being like, wow, why would somebody do that? They're making us all look so sketchy, da-da-da. Lie. Like, literally will say anything to, like, get herself out of a situation. And since I was literally just watching her the entire time, she literally was like, deep breaths, gulps, fiddling her bracelet over and over. Everyone's like, that's weird. Everyone's mellow and confused. When she can prepare, when she can prep her lies, she's very convincing in those lies. When she's caught off guard and needs to lie her way out of something, she's not very good at it.
I still think it would be a mistake for you to do someone else's dirty work and get her out of this.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. It's just one of those things that, like, if Maddie pulls herself off, it's just a matter of who I replace Maddie with. Because then it's like, I either need to put up a pawn that I don't mind losing, or I need to take a shot and make sure it lands. Those are the only two things.
I really do feel strongly that people have this idea that there's like this rhetoric of Big Brother where like you absolutely need to get out like a player and stuff. But, like, there's a real strategy to getting out the people who are not
just kind of in the in-between.
but are still numbers potentially against you.
Yep.
And that could be like really smart and if explained well, just as much of a resume builder than anything else.
No, I agree. And that's, like, any move in this game is a good move.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
it's one more person done.
One person. And that's when Ryan sat me down, and I've said this to everybody, when Ryan sat me down and was like, who do you want to see on the block? Who would you evict? And obviously I'm not trying to name my allies out loud. I was like, anyone's fine.
The way I looked at it, I was like,
It's like,
I didn't think it was gonna be 9-2. I thought it was gonna be like 6-5. I was so convinced it was 6-5.
You know what's fucked? Everyone else thought it was going to be 9-2 or 9. Everyone thought it was going to be 10-1. I think me and you are the only people that
I was sitting there. I'm like, yo, it's gonna be 6-5.
Yeah, we've been
It's gonna be
counting
so
this all
close.
week. We've been counting this all week. But I think the person who did it honestly just wanted to stir up the house. And I think no matter what, we're never going to find out unless someone slips. So there's no point of fucking stressing about it.
Who do you think it is? I think it's Paris.
That's
But,
funny.
I mean, there's no telling, right?
No, exactly.
Are you
know
okay with
what?
me sitting on your bed?
You know what I think?
I mean, I'm okay with the rest of you sitting on my bed. Yeah, that's even better.
No, you're
no, I'm
stinky
kidding.
fucking
I'm kidding. I don't
No,
give a
no,
shit.
I'm definitely laying
I don't
like
give a
this
shit.
now.
You're on the. It's not like I sleep at that end. I
That's a
sleep at
very
the
good
top.
point.
I don't give a shit. It's
okay.
Do what you need.
I think that.
What do you? I'm just saying.
That's what MC thinks it is too. I was talking to MC. He thinks it's Paris too.
Paris is acting very weird.
Will thinks it's Maddie.
It's one of those.
She was acting nervous as fuck.
I was acting nervous as fuck too.
I think it could be Ryan. I don't think it's Ryan. Because he loves to stir shit up, but I have no clue. Hamzy, but this is what I said to Hamzy. I'm like, there's no way someone that could do this such a big move to fuck with the house and not let it slip. Like, because Jesse said my name, and then it's like, fuck. If I didn't have a target on my back then, I do now. That was a bit of that. About Erica winning, I feel good. Because she likes us, she's close with Hams, she likes me. But you also don't know where the fuck her head is
I
at.
have no idea where her head
So,
is at.
like,
I feel like since her relationship with Hams is pretty good, and our relationship with Hams is pretty good, I think that will help us.
that's what I think too.
I think that'll help.
And you think Hams, like, literally has us? You think he has her back?
Yeah, for sure.
Because Ham likes making big moves, you know?
I know he does, but he wouldn't. He's a very loyal guy.
Yeah, and I think he just loves us. I think I'm his favorite girl in the house other than Erica, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think you're his favorite guy in the house. I think he loves Will.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he loves
So it's
Will,
like, I think we are solid.
What do you feel about the whole, like, Jesse throwing our names as an alliance kind of thing?
Did you hear that he did that?
Yeah, did you not hear that?
No, I did hear that. I didn't know you heard that.
I heard that in the washroom.
That's fucked.
That's so funny.
But you know what? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I literally, and I was saying to Hams, like, Will was like, oh, me and you should probably like chill a bit less, B. But Hams was sitting there, and Hams was like,
who cares?
He's like, who cares? We'll get control of this fucking house. He's like, we have each other's backs. Like, we can get the fucking numbers. He's like, and on top of that, we chill. You and Will, you're never even seen talking game. Like, you're always seen bugging each other, annoying each other. Same thing with you and Hamzy. You guys talk about fucking sports. You guys talk about music. Like, you're never seen talking game. Like, there's never been a combo that I've walked in, even myself, where I've actually heard you guys talking game. Like, it's always like talking about shit that doesn't even matter to me. So it's like, even though we chill with each other a lot, I think that we could play it off in a better way.
Yeah,
but I think we should think right now that Jesse is gone.
We need to branch out.
I'll tell you my opinions on everyone, then you can go. I think that the only people I trust solidly in this house are you, Hams, about Will. For me, personally. Like, because I think if I was on the block with Hamzy, he would send me home. So it's like, but I do like Will a lot. But me, Hams, Will, and you, and that's literally it that I trust with everything. Who we were thinking of bringing close, I think it's a good idea, Johnny and Erica. They're like a closer knit.
Because Hams was, remember when we were talking about that in the HOH when Hams was there? That was part of the talk. Like, it would be us with, remember he said, and Erica? And I was like, I don't know about that because, like, yeah, she's close with you, but she's not that close with us.
Yeah.
And I was going to reach out to her. I was literally going to go to Hams and be like, bro, can I get the green light for me to go and talk to her? Like, is it safe to talk game with her? And I never got the chance to do it, and now if I do it, it looks like it's fucking fake.
I know.
And I'm like, I feel it's weird because it's like I almost feel at home with like bullshit radio songs in a way. Ugh.
Even if some days I'd be like, maybe not. Like, it's nice to have it there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're feeling better after talking to people.
I'm not feeling better, but I now have
clear.
made a decision.
Okay.
And so I feel like I'm going to put you up.
Okay.
And I know that's never something that anybody wants to fucking
not
hear,
at all.
And it's going to suck.
Would you be happy to tell me who I'm going up against?
Absolutely. You're beside Marin.
Marin.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like I'm the target this week.
It should make you feel like you're the target this week.
Okay.
But what I've had to do, like, literally the only thing, because I literally went through person by person in my head and been like, am I going to put up Will? I can't, like, I'm not going to put up Will because of X, Y, and Z. Am I going to put up, like, Allie? I'm not going to put up, and all it is based on is who I've spoken the most game with.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
the least game with.
Okay.
And I just wanted to do you the courtesy of telling you beforehand.
I would have done the same.
I just hate the idea of sitting someone on that couch and having them not know where they stand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I don't want you to think that this is something where it's like, at this point, it, like, I don't want to work with Maddie. I want Maddie. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, this is what I got to do with the options I've been given.
Is there reasoning behind, like, because putting me on the block against Marin, people are not going to vote Marin out. I understand.
Really?
I think that people will just assume that they can continue to work with him. He's a little more malleable. Maybe they'll feel more that they can tell him what to do.
I feel like for me, and this is the thing too, is like, I have my own vision of who is a threat and who isn't.
For sure.
And people who are like malleable and like don't really have a side. That kind of rubs me the wrong way personally.
I understand.
As well.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm not saying that one of you is the target over the other.
Okay.
But it's just, I'm not coming out there being like, all right, let's put an obvious person to get out and, Marin.
Yeah.
Because for me personally, I think it's like, and again, it's
just based on my own perception of the game.
Yes, which is completely fair.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be very respectful of everybody's
for sure.
perception of the game and the means in which they play it.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where it's like, for me, I'm going to have different values in a human than the rest of the house. And I recognize that.
Yeah.
And you're going to have different values.
No, definitely.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And I know it fucking sucks.
No, it
to be
does.
like, you're going up.
But as a surprise, it would be way worse.
I think so too, right?
And do you think that, like, when you're saying
debated.
values, do you feel like we don't necessarily add up when it comes to the values in the game?
No, I don't even think it's that. And I think
you don't even owe me an explanation. I'm just asking.
I would like to give you an explanation though. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, for me personally, I think that you respect the game
I do.
a lot.
I do.
And I appreciate that in a human a lot.
Yeah.
I also think that Marin respects the game a lot.
Yes,
Which
he
is
does.
why it's unfortunate that, like, there are some people who kind of do a big to the game. But it's one of those things where it's like, targets on my back, targets on, like, it's just, it's so complex.
The curiosity to me about it is I do feel like I am very close, and especially opinion-wise of how I voted this week.
Yeah.
I feel like I am close to the people that I don't know for sure, but that I feel like you are close to. So
I
to
don't
me, for
really
me to
feel that close to anyone.
Okay, that's
And I
understandable.
think that's part of my issue.
Okay.
Is where I'm like, and I agree from that perspective
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
like, we voted the same way this week.
No, but
I
that-
don't maybe I'll look back at this and look like a big fucking idiot.
No, I'm not the rogue vote.
I don't think you're the rogue vote.
I'm not.
And I'm not doing this because I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you know, Maddie's going against
Yes.
the house and I'm going to go against Maddie. And it's,
For sure.
it's not
Yeah.
malicious like that.
No, I don't feel like it is at all.
And I
if it was
would- yeah.
malicious, I would take only malicious if it were to be a surprise. Then I
Because
kind of
then
would have
it's
been
suspect.
like, but
It's
that,
like-
especially coming from you, who's straight shooter, we're very similar in that way. For
Yeah.
it to become out of left field, I would have been very like disappointed kind of in a way, because I would have felt like then my character like assessment would not have been right. So
Yeah.
I totally get it. It's
and
fine.
I'll break it down for you even like a little bit further because
Yeah.
it's like obviously I'm putting you and Marin up because least amount of game talk
Fair.
or like spoken about.
Yeah.
But also like for like you personally, there are some fundamental not even differences, but
Yeah.
challenges that I would see working like moving forward.
Okay.
Not set in stone.
No, for sure.
But just from perception based on the lack of game chats that we've had.
Understandable. Totally understandable.
And for me, and I've always said this to you and we've agreed on it, where
Yeah.
it's like, I'd rather someone say, I don't know,
Yes.
than lie.
Yeah.
100%. But it's just like, I feel like because we haven't, and it's not just you, it's a
No, no.
50-50 give and take in this, which
Yeah.
is so irritating because it's like,
But that's part of being HOH.
but you're not,
Yeah.
like, I don't want you to sit there and be like, why didn't I talk game with Eric or whatever? Because in
No,
order for you to
because-
talk game,
yeah.
I need to talk game.
Exactly.
And we need to have that mutual exclusivity where it's like, if I'm going to bring something to the table, so are you.
Yeah.
And it's not like I can sit here confidently and be like, I've tried to talk game
Yeah.
with you and you gave me nothing.
Yeah.
It isn't even like that.
Yeah.
It's just I'm working with like
limited
the least
resources
progressive. Well,
overall.
that's it.
And even just like circumstantially throughout the progression of the game so far, it just hasn't added up. Like being
Yeah.
in heaven and hell was different. I had isolated priorities the first week, but like all these like
Yeah.
you know pool of different situations.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not going to have any interest in staying on the block at all.
Yeah.
Should
I wouldn't
there
expect
be,
you to.
No, and should there be any kind of veto situations, like definitely don't expect like placidness from this.
Absolutely.
But understanding that you've been like so like forthcoming and all that,
Yeah.
I don't think moving forward it would even be a target situation. I'd rather play with people who are going to be forthcoming.
And it's one of those things where it's like, if you like, for me too, if you pull yourself off the block, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because now I can see that you're able to play and bring it and really.
No,
like,
exactly.
you're-
That's why I
you're
wanted to
giving-
win yesterday to
Yes.
prove that I could
You can
contribute
bring
in
it.
that kind of way. So
And it's one of those things where it's like, I'm still like, as this week goes on,
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel like you have to avoid me or that you
No,
can't
I
talk
won't.
game
I
with
wouldn't
me or
feel
that
like
we
that.
can't like,
Yeah.
because I still think that every single, and I think that it's almost lost a little bit when
Yeah.
you are HOH.
Yes.
Is I don't want, because we were doing well. We were on a steady
yeah.
incline.
To be
I
honest,
don't
I'm
want
so
that to
disappointed
stop.
that this is the conclusion because I
know.
do feel like our trajectory was not headed this direction.
Yeah.
It's disappointing to hear that this unfortunately is the result,
Yeah.
obviously.
I get that.
But for me to be
There's
just
no
like,
other feeling.
everything's fine
Yeah.
would also not be right.
Completely fair.
And I feel like the last week we were very like honest about even not knowing, like you're saying, is still an answer.
Yes.
So for me to sit here and say like, no worries, I'm not like gonna be, like I'm not gonna lay down and take it if that makes sense. But I
And
don't
wouldn't-
think you would.
You wouldn't be you if
no,
you did.
exactly, and vice versa also.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't plan on being like avoiding you and being like, oh no, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean. I think that even though putting someone on the block is, if you went out, it would be better for my game, like as a blanket statement.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel like it's not an unusable experience as to people should I be off the block at some point.
Yeah.
Or
and that's
should
what
they-
I found interesting about like, and this is, I don't think I realized this as much watching it.
Yes.
Is like, Hams went up on the block.
Yeah.
And after he made it off the block,
Yeah.
like him being on the block is why he's still here.
No, I know.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, because this game is ever changing, ever
Yes,
growing.
yes.
I really just, my biggest fear in this is being like, okay, well, you thinking like, okay, well, Erica basically said, fuck you, I don't want to work with you ever.
It doesn't feel like that.
And I would anticipate
Yeah.
it didn't.
No.
And it's like, I like the way our like relationship is progressing. It sounds like this is like a weird
Story arc or
breakup,
something.
but-
Yeah, no.
But I'm like, I love the way our relationship is progressing.
Not
but
good
you know,
enough. So welcome to the block.
well, it's just
But-
it feels like that
Yeah.
episode. I said this the other day. It feels
Yeah.
like that episode of like the fucking just like dating whatever show where
Yes.
it's like there's nothing at all wrong with what we have. It's just not like where
it
others
doesn't line up
are
right now. And I understand that there are definitely other people this week or last week or through the game that you feel like you also haven't talked a game with.
Yes.
But then probably don't see the same type of potential in a player at this point.
So that's the other thing too. It's like there's a difference between someone I don't talk game with, but I don't think can bring it.
Yes.
And someone that I don't talk game with and I think can honestly bring it.
And that's a strategic admission that you're making by putting me on the block.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you understand that that's what it is.
Yeah.
Not even in a threatening way. It's just like, I do understand that I wasn't the only one that you felt haven't made like game talk moves with.
100%.
And I didn't want to play such a neutral social game that everyone would be like,
random
whatever.
floater, who cares?
Yes.
Because you're not a fucking floater.
Not at all.
No.
And I don't
you're strong, and this is the thing too. I always feel like, not always, because this has never happened to me before,
No.
but I feel like a bit of a
People
like,
want to pit women like us against each other.
Okay, so this is exactly where I was going to go with that. And and that's exactly where and this is why this game is fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But like,
you don't have to pit us against each other.
I know. And it's one of those.
I mean, the names are not on the screen.
They're
yet.
not on the
I'm
screen.
not trying to pitch at this point, but
Yeah.
you don't have to take it there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think with this move, it might have to go there as the game progresses.
Yeah.
Because as the weeks go forward, people are more solid in the directions that they have to go.
Right.
Based on who they
It's a
vote
valid
for,
point.
based on who they whatever.
It's a very valid point.
And even if you were, which I don't think you would, because I'm decisive once I've made a decision, and I feel like you'll be the same way. It doesn't have to go that way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think if I do, especially if I stayed on the block beyond veto, it's what it would have to be. I don't want to play that game either.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people are like, women alliances don't work. It's not about the women in the alliance. It's about the house around the alliance and about how it,
how
all
women
the
speak
factors
about
all
women
together.
and how women interpret other women's assertiveness and how women interpret other women's socialness.
And even within the game, like we have our own life in this game. And then there's other things like what in the 3 hours of program comes up, and then what in certain rooms people say, and then in certain rooms other people don't say. It's easy to get misconstrued as two strong women are not going to want to work together because they're afraid of each other.
Yeah.
I don't think. And I mean, it doesn't come from any base because I'm not HOH, you're HOH. I wouldn't have liked to go down this road.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that we may be starting a path that direction.
Yeah.
And that's just like where I would come from a.
So where
did you consider?
and just where like on the train that you're at right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm here for it.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure, for sure.
So what if you were in my position? I'm not saying names. I'm just saying what types of individuals are you more, I guess, on the track of being like absolutely not.
Non-committal as opposed to I don't know. And
So more
people
floppy?
who feel threatened by, like, it's easy to feel like, not offended is too strong of a word, but easy to feel a little bit like about not included in a conversation, but someone who can't keep from asking about conversation, someone who feels insecure in their own standing enough to be nosy and to
AirDrop. Airplane
stretch
mode.
truth
36%
or
battery.
to place value in things that may need to just be left alone.
Right.
That's what I am personally planning to play against so far, because
Right.
as the weeks progress, I want to understand the variables in which I'm up against.
Yes.
You and I are clear variables and
Track Ep 9/11.
personality, this and this.
Yeah.
People who can't handle not knowing everything all the time, who can't handle